There we go. Hey there, strangers. I'm coming at you with some updates here. So, um, um, seeing that well, okay. So, for any of you that might not be aware, if you're not on my Discord or anything along those lines, been this month has been a little rough. Here, let me reduce down this here a little bit real quick. Um, I'm gonna be, this thing right here. I'm gonna be changing it up here real quick. This is kind of what I kind of had before, so I'm gonna be modifying it a little bit. So, um, because I'm on furlough, um, which means I got pretty much all the time in the world now. Um, that may change. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Um, it's it really sucks on the timing. Um, but um, it was yeah, December has been kind of a rough month. Um, with everything that's been going on. I mean, you can see you can look back on Discord if you're interested on that, um, but things have been rough. So, um, but you know, uh, when you get knocked down, you have to, stand right back up again. You have to get right back up and keep on moving. Um, it's painful at times, but I mean that's what we're gonna have to do. Um, you life um, can't let life dictate, who you are, right? Or you know, you gotta make the most of it, right? So, okay. Um, so now, I will state that um, this could change like instantaneously. I might get a call, say like tomorrow, saying, "Hey, we got another job interview for you," and there you go. You know, so I'm not gonna say that this is gonna be like everything, or this isn't like a set in stone kind of schedule, because it may change. Okay. So just bear that in mind. This has the potential of changing. Um, so I just wanted to kind of give you that heads up on this because um, while I'm technically on furlough right now, that I could have a stroke of luck and get back into a job. So, like who knows, maybe mid-July or something like that. I'm just possibilities, right? Um, but in the meantime, after I get done sending out resumes during the day, I'm gonna want to have some amount of time to break and study. So, um, so you know, the plans for the future up there at the very top, that's gonna be changing. So, um, so like, okay, let me add some. Let's see. No, it's not actually updating real time. Okay, 1 second. Let me do some quick modifications here real quick. There we go. Okay, um, so right now, as it stands in my stream schedule, I have Warframe on Saturdays, and I have World of Warships on Wednesdays. And unfortunately, the times were, um, the time was fairly late on World of Warships. It was, as you can see, it was 6 to 8. Um, but um, yeah, this old schedule here, like the Monday and Friday, I just could not keep up with it at all. I had a lot of, um, if you look down below, you'll notice the fact that my YouTube channel, is talking about I'm behind on posting up videos, and with the failure of my old computer, um, it made things a little bit harder to handle that now. I still have some old videos that I still need to um, uh, that I can still put forward. I had some saved, but there's still a lot of videos that I didn't have a chance to upload there. So I still got them in the hard drive. So I'm hoping that I can maybe find a computer or something like that to kind of help out. Hello, who's this? Hey there, my brother. How you doing? Uh, so, um, yeah, just chatting about. Oh wait, yeah. Actually, you can't really hear my brother right at this moment in time on the Twitch channel because I was playing some background music to kind of keep my headset going. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut that down real quick. And now let's go ahead and get everybody to actually be able to hear you, Fred. So, and there we go.
Oh, okay. Now they can hear me, huh?
Yeah.
That's too bad. I just wanted to, I wanted them to just hear you talking to yourself, well, even more so talking to yourself.
Mm.
Having
Yeah.
having a
Yeah.
having a conversation just to prove how crazy you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Exactly. I'm indeed that much. Okay.
Ah. Yeah,
Um.
not enough that we talk to not enough that we talk to ourselves when we're doing these streaming things anyway.
True.
But actually have a conversation.
Right. Yeah. I'm just talking with myself, and everybody's looking at me, going, "What the hell are you on?" Um. I mean, there's a lot of crazy people out there, so I mean, it's not too out of the ordinary, I would imagine. Okay.
Yeah, they don't call it strange for no reason anyway.
Exactly.
Okay, right.
So
So continue.
yeah.
I, I,
Um.
I interrupted. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Um. So still got a lot of YouTube videos to kind of upload and handle. So got that to deal with. Um. So one of the ideas that I was thinking about doing was, you know, uh, I was planning on trying to go back into like my normal time, like on the on Saturday, here, I had the 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. PST for Warframe, right? You know, um, I want to try to do that. I want to try to do that again with everything. Go back into like the 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. PST for my streams, or maybe even longer. So one of the ideas that I was thinking about was the fact that here, you know what? I'm gonna clear out all of that. Don't need that anymore, except for the coding. Um, so one of the things that I want to do, um, one of my job responsibilities, and or at least one of my last job responsibilities, was handling, um, uh, Pega with a background of Java. Um, but I was never able to get the certification for it. I was like this far away from getting the certification, but I couldn't. I wasn't able to get it. I missed like I think it was like 6 questions or something along those lines. And um,
One too many, huh?
yeah, and 6 questions for the minimum. So
Right,
it wasn't enough to get that certification.
right.
Um, and I've been wanting to get that certification, so I can tell people, yeah, I'm Pega certified. Not that it's like not that it's like major or like Pega is a very like focused down language. I mean, I never heard of it prior to even getting to my last job, um, so I never even heard of it before. So it was definitely one of those where it's like either it's so um limited in scope, or it's like it's so like outside of the realm, outside of the norm, that no one was talking about it. Um, it could have been the fact that just getting certifications was expensive, so no one really wanted to deal with that. I don't know. I don't know. Not quite sure why. Um, but I would like to change that. So, what I'm thinking about doing is adding, seeing that I'm going to try to go back into a daily of streaming again. I want to do some studying for the Pega. And I also want to kind of do like maybe like a just chatting as well to um, so that I can try to do some work. Like, the YouTube channel, I'm way behind. Um, I figure maybe if I can do a just chatting while I'm posting up some videos, it'll give me a chance to catch myself up. Um, keep me kind of focused on tasks at hand so that I can kind of get, um,
I'll have to chat during the editing process and stuff.
yeah, kind
Yeah,
of, so that, I can catch myself up, at
not a
least.
bad idea.
So, um,
I just
because
want
obviously I'm not doing it, just sitting around doing nothing. So,
some.
um, I fear maybe doing like a just chatting or something like that. Um, so I'm thinking like maybe like 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. I could do like Pega studying slash coding, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Just chatting, video load, and then 4 p.m. to like maybe even 8 p.m. You know, gaming. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. Like I don't want to do too much studying every day for Pega because I don't necessarily want to blow out my mind. Um, you don't want to like overload on the information that you take in um, when it comes to studying. You know, it's just um, you want to be able to kind of retain the information. That's why like I don't know what the studies are for it, but there is like a certain amount of time till the human brain just goes, I can't take any more. Stop. You know. I think it's like an hour or something like that, or like 45 minutes of like intense studying or something like that. I forget exactly. Um, you need like a you need like a
Yeah,
break after like
yeah.
45
Well,
minutes or something.
that kind of factors also into just how into whatever it is that you're studying is. I mean, some people can, if you're really into whatever it is that you're going, I mean, you can go for hours and not, without breaking at all. But if it's something that's kind of out of the ordinary, kind of tedious or whatever, then yeah, it's like 30 minutes to an hour is really kind of the, before you have to kind of set it aside.
Yeah.
My question to you, now that I just saw that, do you really want to do that on a Sunday? Um, because I would think that you probably want to more concentrate on your game program on the Sunday, and maybe do your what you just listed there on some other day.
Well, no, this is an idea of doing, you know, like daily kind of thing.
Oh, I
I'm
see.
here. Let me, you know,
Every day, not just not
yeah,
just we're gonna do this on this day, this on that day. Oh, I see.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I'm thinking about
Oh, okay.
because one, I want to be able to like study every day so that I can prep.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like,
Yeah,
I mean, just set it aside for one day a week. That's probably not the
yeah,
best
that
idea
now,
for studying things.
yeah.
Uh, you know,
So
the fact, it may not even be a good thing for your coding thing for that matter either. But
true,
you should probably do a little bit of that every day too.
true.
Um, but
Um,
just to get that done,
yeah.
because you've been working on it for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Well,
Um,
okay. So here's the problem with GGG.
mhm.
That was on the old machine. So I can't do anything more
No.
with that
Let me
game.
guess, it's gone.
Well, no, it's on the hard drive, but I can't access the
You
hard
can't
drive right.
access the hard drive. That's what I'm saying. It's gone.
So,
Shit.
um,
You had
it's
to start over effectively.
effectively,
Christ.
yep.
Oh
But
man.
it's okay because
Oh.
I was looking, I was looking at it. Even at like the very end of it, I was feeling like I was really um the code felt like a mess. I was putting
Right.
in too much, and I felt like my Unity wasn't strong enough to handle what I was kind of looking for.
Mhm.
Um, and because I was putting in all this information, I felt like I was um,
Were you able to ever play test through what you had, or
well, I
did
was
you have enough? Did you have enough there
n-
to
not
actually say
not
run the program and test it?
well. I mean, I was able to get it to a point where I could show the map and I could show um, the animated units, but I could never get it into like a game stage of it.
Uh, actually
Uh,
be able to, put your figures on there and move them around and stuff.
right, because that's kind of later, kind of like later on for the most part. I mean, you can't it. Unity is great for um, you know, like uh, like 2D platformers or like 3Ds. But what I was trying to do with GGG was have like a board game style look to it. So, and it wasn't like perfectly set up for that. So you had to kind of work with what they had to get it to do what you wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I was having a little bit of difficulty trying to get that to kind of work for me right at the moment. So, um, but I figure I could probably, you know, um, what I could probably do is after, like, right now I had the, Pega studying and coding, right?
Right.
Um, I figure at some point in time I'm probably going to be needing, I'm probably going to be feeling confident enough in the Pega studying that I'll take the exam and hopefully pass it. Okay, get that certification. Now, I could go on to like the next. There's there's multiple different certifications, and I
Right.
could like step up into the next study session to get to the next certification in there. Get to the senior level, whatnot,
Right.
right? Or
That
I
might
could
be an idea.
or I could switch it over to trying to like program out something, like GGG, like do a redo of it. Okay, I'm already I have nothing. My slate is blank right at this moment in time concerning
Right.
that right now. So until I can get that hard drive into another machine, um, or set it up so that I can use it on my current machine right now,
Mm.
I'm probably gonna have to figure that out. But
Yeah.
um,
There are devices out there that you can do that with. I'm not entirely sure how much they cost.
yeah,
So, um,
no,
they do advertise things that you can, and I mean, it's certainly, I mean, I've got enough dead computers around me as it is that that's something I've been considering. It's like computer's dead. I'd love to be able to grab some of the files off the old hard drives and see if there's anything useful in them. But yeah,
yeah,
you know, so I mean, it's something that I've certainly looked at and into, but not enough to oh, how much is that going to cost me?
right.
I don't think they're much. I think you can get them for less than 100, easy. Probably even less than that,
Let's
like
see.
far less than that. But
Hard drive.
I keep on
Um,
seeing one or two advertised on like YouTube and stuff. Of course I click. It's like, okay, well I can't afford whatever it is. I want that, but I can't afford it right now, so I just click away. Um, so I've not done any further. You know,
okay, so it's a hard drive enclosure is what they're called. Um, and from what I can see, there are some that are being offered that are like $30 or something like that.
yeah, yeah.
So,
I I I,
um,
I had one. I had one on my. I thought I saved on my phone one time.
yeah, so,
It's
uh,
advertised that it'll it's actually it's multiple, so you can put not only hard drives but also other memory things into it.
yeah,
you know
yeah,
and the thing about a hard really the thing about a hard drive is, I mean, you could pull it out of a computer and hook it into another computer.
yeah,
If you can get it to be powered and and can get the the data cable connected, If you can get those two things done, then you can just hook it up to any computer.
Right.
The problem is, it's very, it's it's not exactly the easiest thing to do considering how they build the hard drives and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Well,
but I mean, if you can find a device that'll
that's
power,
compatible. Yeah.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
power the hard drive, will transfer the data, then yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I can.
they're out there, but yeah,
Yeah. Ideally, I'd want to try to, get a secondary computer that just handles like the streaming. I can throw the old hard drive in there to kind of be, in a sense, my like a programming computer kind of thing. I
yeah,
have my gaming machine right here, and I can have like another computer to handle, programming, um, and
yeah,
streaming kind of thing.
mhm,
That's kind of what my old computer used to be for the
right,
most part. But obviously, can't do that right now. Um, but I need to kind of look into that. Now, um, I could, um, when I took the old computer in for repairs, they basically said, "Hey, I can replace the motherboard that's, kaput. I can replace that and your machine can be back up and running." But I was like,
right,
well, here's the thing. You can find a brand new motherboard and replace it. Problem is that all the other parts on there are just as old, if not older, maybe. And
uh,
they've been put through hell as well, so
you know,
they have every right to fail on me just as just as fast.
just as well, just as easily, yeah,
Yeah, so I don't necessarily want to. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want
yeah,
to.
no, no, no,
I didn't want to
it's
just.
you know,
I didn't want to replace the motherboard and suddenly, have it fail
something
on
else
me.
fail, right,
Yeah,
yeah,
right
have
afterwards.
something else fail, right, exactly,
Exactly. So,
yeah,
I wanted to try to find something cheap enough to kind of replace it, but better,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Um, but we'll see.
and in the meantime, see if you can transfer the information from the old hard drive
Well, the plan.
onto either onto your existing platform or onto whatever you replace it with.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
the plan was just to basically make it a slave. There's still plenty of hard drive space on it. It's just, you
Mm,
know, or not plenty. I mean, I was filling it up with a lot of videos, but I mean,
right.
you know, if I upload all those videos, then that's plenty of
You
space.
don't need that space anymore. Exactly. You can delete them.
Um, I deleted all the games off of it, so I had space available there. It's just, you know,
Yep.
so the plan was, my plan was just to kind of slave it into a new desktop and, um, make it, um, kind of, obviously I still have all the information still on there, but I have a newer computer to kind of handle it. That was the initial plan on that. So, um, I just haven't found a good replacement. All the everything that I was, uh, I kept on looking online for some cheap computers, and every single one that I saw were like, "Hey, this is refurbished," or "This is
Yeah.
renewed." It's like same thing. you know,
Yeah. If I wanted a refurbished one, I'll just refurbish the one I've got. Yeah.
it
Exactly.
pretty much exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I wasn't. Um, so either I'm gonna have to pay, you know, more than I really want
Right.
to get a get a secondary computer, or do what you did, do what you were suggesting, which is do a, the chassis or the, what did I just said it. I said it a little bit ago.
Yeah.
The
The
hard
memory thing.
drive
Transfer
enclosures.
thing. Yeah. Yeah.
enclosure.
Yep.
Um, and just do that. But um, with the enclosure, um, once again, I put all the workload on my gaming PC,
Right.
you know, and I was trying to avoid that,
Right.
um, because I don't necessarily want to be storing all these videos and stuff like that on my gaming PC. But I mean, I don't have that much of a choice. If I'm going to be uploading them to YouTube later, then
Yeah.
you know,
Then you need them. You need to have them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
And if nothing else, if nothing else, you transfer them over, you upload them, and then you wipe them again.
yeah.
Um,
So it. But I mean, with the um, that's why the just chatting video upload was as a
yeah.
consideration because
Yep.
you know when I first started streaming, when I first started doing this, um, I was on track. I was doing you know
Yeah.
stream, upload, stream,
Stream
upload.
upload.
You
Stream
know,
upload. Oh yeah.
um, I was tackling it pretty well, and well,
Life
um,
gets in the way.
well, I was getting hit with a lot of mental problems,
Yeah.
being unemployed, a lot of stress there,
Oh yeah.
um, and I just kept on getting going, it wore me down quite a bit, and I just started slacking on it and slacking on it and slacking
Yep.
on it. So, um,
Uh,
but
I
this is
know. I know the feeling.
yeah, but this is the I want to try to get back into it.
Yep.
So this is going to be my attempt to do that.
Hmm.
So, um, I mean, this is going to be like a longer stream schedule overall. Um,
Yeah.
because if I'm doing, Pega studying, just chatting, and then gaming afterwards, I mean, that's a lot of streaming. A lot of streaming
Yeah.
there. Six
Yeah.
hours of streaming.
Hey.
You know.
Well, and you know, yeah, and you break it up and whatever. But yeah, I've seen people on here that do 8. So
Oh yeah, yeah,
that's all they do.
yeah.
They get on in the morning and go all day, and that's their job. Of course, it helps that they have a decent audience that they can
Yeah, exactly.
they can
Um,
chat with and stuff. But
yeah.
it is what it is.
hmm So, um, but I mean, I got nothing else to do. Like I said, I'm gonna attempt to try to find some work during the day,
Yep.
before 2 p.m. Send out
Send out
resumes
resumes and stuff like
to
that.
wherever I can spot.
Yep.
It's just not the time right now because no one's gonna be hiring. No one's hiring right now, or at least,
Yeah.
you know, it's typically not a good time to be hiring.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna really be starting that, you know, January really.
Right.
Um, but um, so
Yeah.
the question the thing that I'm gonna be uh, considering now is what am I gonna do for the rest of the week here? Um,
The rest of
so
this rest of this week.
Well, no, no, no. I mean, the my plans for the future, my days there are,
Right.
fairly um
Now,
empty. Or like, you know,
are you talking about when that 4 to 8 part where you're talking about gaming there? Are you saying what are you going to game on? Are you going to
that's
on
yes,
specific days?
yeah,
On this day, I'm doing Warframe. On that day, I'm doing this. On that day, okay.
right.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because I don't want to be playing World Warships and Warframe, and that's it. You know, I have I have a large list of games on my Steam account, and I would like to play through them all, or play through a good majority of them.
Yep.
um, so I would like to kind of show that to an audience,
I mean, you could
to
do.
others. So,
Yeah.
um, so I could do well. Okay. Um, One of the complaints that I had was that yeah, one of the things that uh, someone told me was the fact that
Right.
for World of Warships, um, I just did that Wednesday and that was it, and um, I wasn't really helping out the clan completely, um,
Uh-huh.
and
That you belong to.
well, that that was created for me.
Uh-huh.
Um, I did a little bit of prep, you know, during during the week, but on the weekend was a the naval battles, which you could kind of compete with like other clans for
Right.
additional resources,
Right.
and um, I'm not one for player versus player.
Right.
I don't really enjoy those kind of games because
Right.
it can get really
Ugly.
ugly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Um, so, um, chat could get ugly and just, um, you
That's
know,
how. Yeah. That's how doxing and all that fun stuff happens.
yeah, um,
Hey, I sunk your warship. Good. I'm gonna send the FBI to your door. Oh god. Like, yeah.
yeah, yeah, that could happen too, and
Yep.
it's just one of the
Happens
dangers of
all too often. Yeah.
just one of the dangers of streaming.
Yep.
Um, Often it is recommended that you contact your local police to let them know, hey, I stream, so if you get a random call, from
To this address.
to this address, then bear in
Yeah.
mind that,
It's not
uh,
a bad idea.
yeah, I've heard that suggested. So,
Yeah.
you know,
It's not a bad idea.
um,
Particularly if you're, especially if you happen to be, and I don't know if World of Warcraft necessarily has those kind of players.
uh,
But you
World
know,
World of Warships.
World
Yeah,
of Warcraft. Yeah, that's
yeah,
well, that
yeah.
too.
I know all these
World of
worlds,
Warships. Yeah,
all these worlds,
world,
all these worlds right
worlds of
there.
worlds.
Yes.
Let's just yeah, there you go, Jim. There's your new game, Worlds of Worlds.
Worlds of worlds. Yeah, exactly.
Um,
I,
but you know,
the worlds of worlds will include, Warcraft, warships, tanks. Um, um,
but
what are
you
some
know
of the other
yeah.
world
Yeah,
of?
exactly, right? World ofs, yes, exactly. But all the those if you're playing like Call of Duty and oh god, I just saw the game that somebody else playing it. I don't know.
Oh,
Um,
I mean the first,
but
like the
those kinds of games that a lot of those first person shooter games and stuff like that are more apt. Um,
well, I mean a lot of people get triggered.
yeah,
uh,
literally and figuratively, yes.
pun intended.
Perfectly intended, yes.
Um,
Um,
because of the first person shooters,
yeah.
you have Call of Duty, Fortnite,
Fortnite
Siege.
was the one I was thinking of. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
people get so
Literally,
mad people get so mad with those games that it's like, um, they will send,
send the cops after you. Yeah,
they'll
exactly.
find out your address, find your
Right.
IP
So,
address and try to
if,
send a SWAT at you, and
so
people died.
if anybody happens to be, the four other people that are listening to this, um, or anybody else who happens to catch this later, if you happen to be playing, a frequent player of those kind of games, then yeah, the suggestion that Jim made about, call your local police departments, sheriff, whatever, whoever has jurisdiction of your area, and let them know that you're a gamer. This is where your address is, and if anybody says that, hey, this guy, hey, there's somebody holding up a bomb in such and such house there, then they know not to bother to show up because it's just somebody trying to dox
Yeah.
you, to swat you.
I mean, it
So,
happens more often to streamers because for streamers you have
well, it's
the
so much more fun to see the police barge through the door while you're, in the middle of your stream. So, yeah,
um, it's just
yeah.
but I mean,
If
and
you if you happen to play if you happen to play
unfortunately
those
there's
kind
a
of
lot
games,
of unfortunately like I said, there's just a lot of
sick
people
people out there.
that get so triggered by these games. They're meant to be entertainment. I
Yep,
mean,
it's supposed to be
and
fun.
and people get so upset about these player versus player games, and they just go off. Now, I've mentioned I
Even the best and number one, even the best players, pick a game, even the best players of that game, they're either going to have bad days where they just can't get anything right, or quite frankly, they're not the best. They're not necessarily the best. There's always going to be somebody better, and you never necessarily know which one of those days it is. Am I just having an off day, or is this guy actually better than me? Who cares?
yeah.
The point is that you're supposed to be, you're supposed to be having, even if you're a lousy player, you're having fun. All some of the big names on YouTube, they admit time and time again how lousy they are at gaming. What keeps people coming to them is the fact that they are lousy, you know,
Well, I
and
mean,
they're having. I mean, they're really not that lousy. They're not as lousy as they claim to be. But even if even when they are, it's like, oh boy, I can't
but
believe I just walked into that.
but I mean,
It's
it's nice
entertaining.
when
It's
it's nice when they're humble about it too. It's
yeah,
like, hey,
exactly.
hey, I suck at this game, but I'm still, showing this gameplay.
Yeah.
But
So you
unfortunately,
just
they still get people that, dox them, that
yeah,
send raids to them and stuff like that, and
right. So it's
it's pain. Um, you know, I've mentioned before, I used to play League of Legends, and
yeah.
there was one
Oh,
time where I was, yeah, that's another one that triggers a lot of people. I mean, League of Legends is just toxic in general. So,
I'm
um,
sure it can be. Yeah, and then
oh no, believe me, I know it can be toxic.
yeah,
Um, because I was part of that community for a good long time,
yeah.
and I was playing with my friends, and I remember one time, I've said this before, but I'll repeat it. Um, you know, I was with two of my friends. We were playing. Um, I forget the map name. It's been a long time. So
No,
I
the
haven't
player
touched it.
map. Yeah,
It
yep,
was the 5 player map.
yep.
We were plan and the three of us were planning on jumping the person in the middle to try to get a quick kill. And I was like, okay, I'll lead the charge. I have a way to stun lock, the guy in the middle. So follow me.
Yeah.
I go in. Well, we go in. They get underneath the tower. I stun lock, and I find out that my two friends had retreated because the guy had gotten underneath the tower, and typically the tower hits you hard. But the thing was that I had the hit points.
Right,
I was a pretty buffed up character.
right.
So I could have taken 2 to 3 hits from the tower before things got bad.
Hmm.
Um, but because they left, all the damage was coming on me, like
Right.
all at once. And I was like, wait, I needed your damage here, guys, to finish this guy off.
Yeah.
And because they didn't follow me in, I died,
Yeah.
and the guy survived,
Oh, jeez.
and I got pissed off.
Yeah.
I was yelling at my friends on that, and
Yep.
I was like, I took a step back on that. I'm like going, wait, you know, I'm yelling at my friends over a game. You know, I got really mad at them for not following me in, and I got really mad at them for it. And I was like, why? I got, you know,
Yeah.
I've,
You have to
you know,
sometimes step back, and
you,
you
you,
have to step away.
you know me, my brother. You know,
I know
um,
your temper. Yeah.
I've gotten a pretty heated temper on occasion.
Yep.
Um, I try to control it, for the most part, especially nowadays. But I mean, if I get really mad, I get really, really mad. Um, and so I got really mad at my two friends, and I was yelling at them for it. And then I was like, I took a step back on that. I'm like, going, why am I getting so mad about this? It's not like we were in some kind of competition or anything along those lines.
Yeah.
Um, and even then, it's like, you know, I maybe I should have communicated with them a little bit more on that or something like that. Like, hey guys, even if this guy it goes under the tower, follow me in.
Yeah.
I didn't state that.
Right.
Um, so you know, it kind of falls on my shoulders a little bit on that. Because I didn't call it out nearly as much as I probably could have to make things a little bit better, right?
Yeah. Ow. Yep.
Um, so, but you know, I felt myself get, toxic, towards my friends, over a game, and I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to have that kind of negative mentality.
Yep.
I like co-ops,
Yeah.
where we can kind of work together on, towards a common goal. That's one of the things I like Warframe about. It's a co-op game. You work towards a common goal.
Yeah.
World of Warships, you still have that co-op aspect, but
Yeah.
you still have that
There's
PvP
player
as
versus
well.
player stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not a game that I'm, you know, I'll play it because I still kind of enjoy the gameplay.
Yeah.
But if it starts getting too toxic, if I start feeling myself get to the point where, like I'm yelling at others or something like that in the gameplay, then I'm gonna look at it and go, yeah, I'm gonna go and stop. You know, I don't want this anymore. Um, I can totally see myself dropping World of Warships. So
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to do that, but I could see myself doing it.
Right.
So I don't necessarily see myself doing that for Warframe.
Right.
So that's the difference. You know, that's the difference between the two. So I don't necessarily want to be playing it all the time. I don't want to be playing World of Warships all the time. But my friend was suggesting that, hey, can you maybe play on the weekends as well, so that you know it's not just us, you know, doing this campaign on the weekend. So maybe I can maybe put it on like maybe a Sunday, or maybe I could set it up for like a Friday or something like that. Because that the Friday through Sunday is kind of when the naval battles happen. So you know, uh, that might be something that you know uh, might be helpful for the clan overall.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about that. Um, I do want to kind of do a little bit more for Warframe because I do feel like I'm kind of um, kind of behind on that, or I feel like I'm not doing nearly as much as what I probably could be doing for that. So
Yep.
maybe I can do like another day of Warframe or something like that. Maybe put it on like a Thursday or something. I don't know. Um, or maybe I can just kind of do it back to back. Like Saturday, Sunday. Um,
Might be an idea.
you know, but uh,
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah, not sure. Um, Now, Fred, you've mentioned the fact that you typically have Wednesdays, right?
every other Wednesday.
Every
I
other
have, sun,
Wednesday?
I have every Sunday off and every other Wednesday. So that's why I'm here because I have today off.
Right.
So
Yeah.
um,
Okay.
typically every other Wednesday if my job remembers to keep me on Wednesdays.
Yeah. No.
Been pretty good lately, but yeah.
Okay. Um, Now here's a thought line. Here's a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Um, would you be I want to leave Sunday available for you, obviously, but would you be interested in doing like a co-op every other Wednesday, for some game streaming something?
Really? Sure.
Would you be willing to do that?
We could do that. We could do that.
Okay. So,
It may not. Well, let me see. What time? When are your times here? Damn. Wednesday. Yeah, it was Wednesday night.
well, yeah.
See, once the wife gets home, that becomes difficult. Um.
Hmm. Okay.
So that's you know
Okay.
things earlier would be better, but yeah. Um.
Okay. Then, well, I mean,
As far as I'm
at,
concerned,
well,
you want to do if you wanted to do say like a 12 to 12 to 4, a 12 to 5, 1 to 5, something. You want to do a 4 or 5 hour thing and do a little earlier in the day. And now and our thing now, if you want to continue on, you know if you want to go on your own, continue streaming on your own thing and your own game, whatever, later into the night, then that's on you, and you can be my guest, you know have
right.
fun. But
Yeah, well, I mean, you like, like you said, late night
once
for
once
you is difficult.
yeah, once once
So
once 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 Kim gets home, and once Katie starts up, school again, and she's home, then we're all off to the races in terms of stuff around the house.
yeah,
So it's a little hard to stream during.
yeah.
So
I understand that. And you know what? I can still do the World of Warships,
yeah, I mean,
kind of
if you
thing.
want to do like a
Uh,
Wednesday, you got a 4 to 8 on your listing there, right? If you want to make that more of a 5 to 8 or a 6 to, 5:30 or something like that to 8, um, just so you can crank that out, and then we can play whatever we have. We can do Minecraft. We can do, what I just saw it.
well, I
What did
mean
we
that.
just get?
Well, I
What
mean,
did, what did, what did we just get?
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley. We could do Stardew Valley. We could do, you know, yeah.
Well, okay, so
All those games,
that
you know,
that
civilization, whatever.
yeah,
So
down at the very bottom, I have like the more collabs with my brother.
right.
Um,
So
but
Portal, finish off that Portal 2 thing, which we never,
yeah,
so do the last few levels of the Portal 2.
uh,
I don't know if we're gonna do Orcs Must Die, but Raft maybe, Civ 5, Civ 6, whatever. Stardew, more Sims, especially, or not Sims, Minecraft, especially what's the 1.20 comes out, that update. And if you want to, you know, shut down the game that's currently on, the current game on our server, and go to a new map on that with the new update, then we can do that too. So
yeah. Um, so, um, if there's something, if there's some other like multiplayer game that you want to do, we can do that too.
if we
But
come across any that,
yeah,
I mean, that's that's a pretty big. And it's like, which one do we want to do today? That would be our once a week, yeah, that kind of thing.
I mean, some people might be interested in us kind of keeping to like a regular kind of thing. So,
Right. So
um, but I mean, we could do something along the lines of, hey, this could be, it could be Civ 5, it could be Raft. I mean, Portal 2 is going to be can be fairly quick. I mean, once we get done with the multiplayer, we're done with the multiplayer. It's done.
once we get those last few levels done, then we're done. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Um, Raft,
Did I
uh,
ever upload those? I'm not too sure if I did.
I don't know. I don't
I'll
think
have to
I don't think I did either. So
check my. Ugh.
yeah, I'm gonna double check my channel here real quick.
I don't even have my.
Let's see. I know that I had I know that I did Portal and I did Portal 2 the story.
Yeah,
Um,
I did the first like few levels
but
of
I
it.
don't think I'd show or actually, hold on.
Ah,
Okay, I know that I did Portal 1 for yeah, I did Portal 1 for my
okay,
affiliate celebration stream.
there we go.
And I thought I did Portal 2 at
One
some point in
second.
time, but I haven't uploaded it to
Let's see.
um
Wow.
I haven't uploaded it to the my YouTube channel right at this moment in time. So
So my last
um
videos got discovered. Not too
nice.
much, but still. Let's see. Okay. Oh,
Let's see.
I should do Subnautica again because there's that new update there too.
Hmm.
What is this? Okay, I've already
Yeah, it
done that.
looks like I don't have anything concerning the Portal 2. I'll have to like, well, again, my old hard drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Um, but
Been a
I
while since we've done that, so it's quite a ways back. It looks like.
yeah, we may
Um,
need we can probably redo it. I mean, it's not that difficult or something along those
no.
lines. Um, so um, but I mean, if that's something that you want to do, I mean, so here's the thing. Um, you know, hey there, Blackheart, how you doing there, bud? Okay, so you know, I could see us doing Portal 2 fairly quickly.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Stardew is gonna take a while.
Oh, Stardew. Well, I mean, Stardew, Minecraft. A lot of those things would be kind of an ongoing
Well,
thing.
I
So
mean, Minecraft is forever. It doesn't have like a storyline
yeah.
to it or
Well,
anything
I
along those
figure
lines.
Stardew kind of is too. So
Well, I mean, there's still, well,
oh boy.
there gets to be a point in the content where it's like not there's like nothing else there. So I mean I guess it's it's similar to Minecraft along those lines, but I mean
Portal.
um other than like making your farm like super you know efficient or something along those lines, that's Stardew really doesn't have that much to it. I mean, unless you start like adding in like mods and additional content that way, but
Right.
um, you know, um, the so um, I
It
see.
has a lot of micro stories. Yeah, it has a lot of micro stories, but I
Yeah,
mean, but there's no end. You know.
yeah, not nearly as much as what Portal 2 and Raft has.
Right.
So, um,
Yeah.
but
Portal 2 has a definite end.
yeah,
Raft has a definite end. Any of the civilizations have a definite end. Stardew Valley and Minecraft are open ended.
yeah.
You
And
know,
so
they're sandbox, so it's.
yeah, so I tend to view those as something that we can do like later. You know,
Yeah,
we can
clear the other ones, as it
we
were.
we can
Yeah.
clear the other ones. We can
Yep.
say, let's wipe our hands of it, and then
Yep.
we can move on to the
Let's go
others.
into Portal 2. Get that. If we have to redo one, what is it? 1 through 4. One through. We did what? 3 levels? 4 levels? Yeah.
I think we did about
So
3 levels.
3 levels. Yeah. So clear those. Do those 3 again,
Yeah,
and then clear out the clear out whatever's left. I
right.
think there's what 8 levels total or something like that. Whatever. But clear out all those.
Yeah,
Clear out all those levels. And then, I don't know, is there an ending to Raft?
there is.
There is an ending to Raft.
There
Okay.
is an ending to Raft.
All right. So, I mean, I suppose we could do that. Um,
It was
so
interesting when we tried to
take
do it that
long.
one time that
Yeah. Raft would
it,
take a Raft would take a long time though, because that's a long way to that end. I'm fairly certain of it.
well, I mean, with two people, it's easier
Well, yeah,
because you
two or
know,
more, obviously, yes.
yeah, because you have like more players that are doing other tasks.
Right.
Like for doing it single player, yeah, it's taking a long time. Um, but with two people doing the exact same thing, or doing different
Different tasks,
tasks,
yeah. I'm gonna do
um,
this while you do that. Yeah, exactly.
we can kind of we can
I'll collect
manage.
things while you make things, and then I'll kill this shark, and then you can do that. And yeah,
Right,
exactly. You can
right,
build this
exactly.
thing. And yeah, exactly. So
So
to
it's
each their own strengths.
yeah, it's a little bit quicker that way. So um, you know, we're still going to be like limited by the resources that we gather and what we can the resources that we can gather and how long it takes to build stuff sometimes.
Right.
Um, but I mean, with two people, I mean, um, you know, for one thing, we wouldn't have to worry about, um, you know, we wouldn't have to be scared about dying, you know, because someone can just come and pick you up and put you in bed and there you go.
Right.
Um, if
Provided they don't die too.
yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
Which I'm
Um, but
prone to. Yes. Um,
but
I'll come get you. I'm out of air, dead. All right.
um, but I mean, uh, it tends to be easier in the fact that well, I mean, if I remember correctly, I don't remember us having like um, I think there was an option to enable us hitting each other, player versus player kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't think we
But
have that on.
I don't think we turned it on, and I'd rather not have it on.
Yeah.
The combat system is kind of janky on that game
Hey
anyway,
Jim.
so here's a spear to your face.
There's a spirit. Yeah.
You know, let me shoot you in the
Ha ha
back.
ha ha ha. Yeah.
Hey Jim, you want to feel like a personal pincushion? Here's some arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no. But I can see that as something that we'd finish.
Yeah.
Civ 5. Um,
Civ 6, Civ 5. Those are going to be, a couple day one-offs.
yeah.
Depending on how, depending on how much time we put into them. But I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, 4 or 5 hours of straight playing. You can at least get through half the game. Just in the if not, even if all you do is just run out the clock.
Yeah.
You just go for like a score victory. You
Yeah.
run out the clock, and whoever has the highest score wins.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, we could
4 or 5 hours of that, you can get about halfway through, running out that clock. You know,
potentially.
yeah,
Um, but um, but after all those, then we can stream Stardew Valley and Minecraft without too much
yeah.
difficulties. You know, does that sound like a plan?
That's a
And,
plan.
I know
Yeah,
like you said, you mentioned the fact that your Wednesdays are like every other Wednesday, so
yeah. It's every other Wednesday.
so
So yeah,
um, but I mean, that's still that's still like a stable time,
yeah.
and um, so
As long as I stay working for this particular company.
right. Well, I
No,
mean, we want to try to get you out of that that
no,
particular
don't
company.
we ever?
Um,
Don't we ever?
but I mean, we can try to work on that too. You
Yep.
know, uh, like how I have this whole daily 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
during the Wednesday, we can talk about helping you out too on
Yep.
that. So,
Yep. Yeah.
um,
I mean, I'd love to be able to. I mean, I'd love to be able to quit my job and kind of make this a full time thing. And I've got ideas, but and you may not like them, but um, you know,
I may
but
not like them. What do you mean I
yeah.
may not like them?
Well,
No, no, we can hold that discussion for later then.
I'm a history nut and a political junkie. So I probably reserve a couple days, or you know
Oh,
maybe make
you
all
may.
new channels
Uh,
to just do
okay.
have a gaming channel and then have a history channel,
Mm,
an actual history channel.
yeah.
But we don't talk about aliens. Um, God.
Okay. Yeah.
So that kind of stuff. So, but that requires me to not be working at my current job, and quite frankly, not be But
Yeah. I mean, it's always good to have plans for what you want to do. Okay.
yep,
And obviously, you want to try to work to try to get that to to be a reality.
yep,
Obviously, you know, I'm the thing is that I don't while streaming is nice, I can do kind of what I want to do.
yep.
I'm not obviously getting paid for this. I'm not getting any
No,
kind of money out of it.
no,
Twitch isn't paying me any kind of cash,
nope.
and
Viewership isn't
I
really
would
that
have to
great,
rely on the donations of others.
right?
And let's face it, I would have to be super entertaining, to get people
We'll have to work on that.
to consider that.
Yep.
That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. You know, um, my mental is probably gonna be kind of taking some additional hits again. And I'm probably going to be asking for people to be very tolerant of me in the next couple of months, weeks, whatever. So we'll see. We'll see what
Yep.
happens on that. But I would like to have as much support as I possibly can during this time because it's going to be challenging.
Yeah.
Um, so, but you know, the I would love while streaming would be kind of fantastic in some way because I can do coding and gaming at the same time, which is, two of the things that I like to do.
Right.
Um, like I said, it doesn't pay the
Mhm.
bills. So,
Yep.
if a job comes forward, then, I'm going to be doing that, obviously, and things slow down again on the
Yep.
streaming side of things.
Yep.
Um,
Or
so,
get pushed later on at night or whatever, what have you. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
well, I mean, 6 hours plus 8 hours of work. Yeah, no. you
Yeah.
know,
Yep.
um, that's a little too much for pretty much anybody to do, especially
Oh
on
yeah.
a daily. So,
Oh no, I mean, yeah, no, I wouldn't, you know, 8 hours of 8 9 hours of work, and then yeah, 3 hours of streaming, whatever. But that kind of thing.
yeah,
Just yeah, and you do stuff that to wind down.
yeah. Well, I
I
mean,
mean that's
I still game anyway. So I mean, but
well, exactly. You just stream what you're gaming.
but the
Um,
but the thing is that I also want to upload them to the reason why I don't I wasn't doing as much last year was the
yeah.
fact that I had such a backlog on my YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
Um, so this little daily schedule that I have there, the 2 to 8,
Yeah.
is kind of meant to try to combat that. You know,
Right. Yeah.
um, can I get out? You know, um, before I was trying to upload like three videos for every stream that I was doing so that I could, slowly catch up to what I was doing.
Right.
Um, but I mean, that's something that, will try to keep me focused a little bit on trying to tackle that. Um, Now, what I'd like to do, um, well, okay, I know that you're going to be working and stuff like that. Um, so the Pega study and coding, um, um, I don't know what the certification costs are in general. Okay. But, okay, I do know that there is a business analyst side of Pega that I
Mm-hmm.
feel if you want to try for there, Fred,
Yeah.
you can definitely try to go and work along that angle to try to get to that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know how beneficial that might be for you. Um,
Yes.
but I mean, um, because I don't, I look on job sites and I don't see Pega at all. Okay,
Right.
so I don't see, or at least
Wow, I
if
almost think that it might have been proprietary to what you were doing.
well, no, the thing is that it is used by multiple companies.
Right.
Problem is that it felt very focused. Like there hasn't been a lot there. I mean, it's the software itself, to have a server with Pega
Mm-hmm.
is expensive, like super expensive. Like, small businesses cannot own a Pega server because it is super expensive. It is outside small businesses range. So typically, the companies that do use Pega are typically ones that have already been they're already big time,
Multi-billion dollar companies and
right.
shit. Yeah.
AT&T, Walmart, you know, so
Verizon
all
or
those
whatever.
all
Yeah.
those all those kind of large companies that can
Yeah.
actually afford those kind of servers. Okay. Um, so I'm not saying that, you're going to be seeing this, on a regular basis, but, it's, um, but I mean, if you want to, you can, maybe try to get your certification in the business analyst you know, and maybe try for that. I'm not saying that you know, it's gonna pan out, but
Yeah.
I mean, um, because I'm gonna be doing the studying,
Yep.
you could kind of go back on my Twitch channel, watch those videos, follow, I'll show you how to like get signed in and stuff like that on in the Pega Academy so that you can create your own account so you can kind of go through the steps that I was going through,
Hmm.
and you can take it at your own pace if you want to. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Does it cost? Does it cost anything?
the okay,
What you're doing?
the Pega Academy, I believe is free, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
All right.
So you should be able to get into it, with it,
The academy is free, but
but the certifications are not.
you gotta take a test and get certified.
Right.
Gotcha. And
Okay.
that'll cost the money, right?
That will cost money. Um,
Do you know how much that is
Not offhand.
offhand? Okay. Okay.
Let's see.
All right. Oh
Um,
my.
okay, so I'm just doing a quick Google check here. Registering for a Pega certification exam, Pega Academy, register all Pega exams administered by so and so. Um, this particular company, it is $175 per exam attempt.
And
So,
75, huh?
uh,
All right.
so not exactly cheap,
Uh,
but you know, when you have that certification, it lasts. um, and if you can get into a decent job with it, then you know you're, it'll pay for itself. But obviously, you have to do the work to, study
oh,
and
certainly.
so on and so forth.
Yep. Yep.
Um, so I'm going to be doing the system architect route, which is more coding and handling all that jazz.
Right.
But the the initial study sessions of it is also kind of covered with the business analyst as well. So there's gonna be a point where, um, my system analyst is gonna, it's gonna split, okay, at some point, you
Right.
know. But the majority of the business analyst is something that I'm gonna be covering anyway, okay. So there's
Right.
gonna be like maybe like, out of 6 chapters, I'm probably going to be covering like 4 of the business analyst chapters, and there's going to be like 2 additional chapters for the business analyst kind of thing. Um, and I could cover those last 2 chapters, but they don't necessarily help me out. But I
Right.
can still kind of cover that for anybody that wants
Well, I
me to.
mean,
So,
if I can get in, I can take care of that myself.
right.
Um. Okay.
So, and the plan for the Pega study and coding, I'll be talking about, everything that's kind of going on there, what I want to kind of do, what I want,
Yeah.
you know, I'll be discussing everything there. Um, I set up the that Discord channel so that um, I want to try to see about, you know, uh, getting some interest. Um, I wanted to see if Blackheart would be interested in joining me for the Pega study, if he
Oh, I
wants
see.
to, because he also has a computer science background.
Oh,
Um, his problem is that he's in a different country that has a large um, inflation, Argentina. If you've seen
oh,
the,
okay.
yeah, so he's,
Well, everybody's having a rough time. All the countries are having a rough times right now. So
true.
yeah.
But I fear if there's a way for me to maybe like try to help him out in like getting the certification or helping him find a job himself, then then
Remote
that,
stuff, whatever. Yep.
yeah, then that would be kind of, I'm sure that he would be appreciative of that.
Argent.
I sent him a friend request, so hopefully he already said yes to that. I just need to add him into that little Pega studying session group.
Yep.
So if he's interested, yeah, I was planning on trying to talk with him about it
Well,
a little
let's
bit.
see.
So
Blackheart Games. It's the same one that's in the chat right there, right?
yep. So
Okay. So he's in Argentina. Hablas español? Multilingual.
most likely,
You
yeah,
know, bilingual at least. You know, that'll be a plus.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Um, so if he's interested in that, then that's an option for him to kind of join me. Well, it depends on if he's going to be able to join me for like that 2 to 3 p.m. Pega study and coding session.
yeah.
Um,
Well, again, it's also,
um,
watch the video later, whatever.
that's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, he might have his own kind of questions as well
True.
during the study session. So,
Right.
um, while I went through the training, and I have some understanding of a lot of this stuff,
Right.
even I had some difficulties with the material. Um,
Argentina, Argentina, I think
so
is either on Argentina is either on Eastern time or it's like there's like an Atlantic time or something like that.
yeah,
Beyond
they're
that,
they're like five
they're three,
hours ahead
four
of
hours
me or
ahead of us.
something.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, it's but that's up to that's up to him. I'm like I said, I'm you know while this will be kind of like a benefit for me, obviously trying to get that certification. I want to try to open it up for others to hopefully get you know uh
Yeah.
for others to kind of get an additional benefit out of it. Um,
GMT -3. Yeah, you're about 5 hours ahead. Um,
yeah. So
you're about 5 hours ahead of us. So yeah.
yeah. Um, so
Yep. 5 hours
um,
ahead of us.
so that's the you know um, you know so I don't really have any training to do. I just have more s- oh,
Studying to do things.
certification studying.
Yeah.
So um, now another thing that I'm setting up right now concerning the robot stream team is I'm setting up a um, so uh, uh, okay, um, so for the robot stream team, it's not even showing the tabs on there. It's not really showing um, spacing on that. Oh well. So um, one of the things that I need to see at what time it would be here. Okay, so if I'm going to be doing the Pega studying at 2 p.m., then that would be 7 p.m. your time. So, and that would be like 7 p.m. on a daily for you there, Blackheart. If you want to join me on the Pega server studying and stuff like that. Um, if you
At least in real time and be able to discuss whatever. Yeah.
yeah, in real time. If you want to, I'll still have the um being a Twitch affiliate, the VODs will stay on the Twitch channel um, for 7 days, and then it will get deleted from Twitch after that. Um, I do.
You could always record that kind of what. Remember how I used to do it? I record, per hour kind of thing.
Yeah, I was also thinking about just doing that too. Just do it
Record that just that 1 hour or so or whatever that you're gonna do of the Pega
and
stuff.
upload it,
You know,
and then
turn off that,
yeah,
shut it off, and then and then when you go to your next part
right,
of your Twitch stream, if you want to record that, then you can, you know, hit the record button again.
right, exactly.
Um,
You know,
but and then upload, and at that point you probably just upload it raw into YouTube, so you can go back and watch it again.
yeah.
But
So um, yeah, and if I can get it to the point where, well, I mean, so the just chatting video upload, what I
mhm,
could do is that I can handle like the previous day's set, of studying
yeah,
and gaming kind of thing.
right, exactly.
You know,
And
it
and maybe not even bother to record that bit, for YouTube. Just, so you do your Pega study, your Pega study bit,
switch
record that,
switch it off for the just
switch
chatting
it
and
off so you
video
do the,
upload. Yeah,
for the editing and whatever talking stuff, and
right.
then when you're ready to game, turn it back on again if you so choose.
Yeah, pretty much.
Um,
Pr-
and then yeah, exactly. And then the next day you're in the process of just, edit, edit this, and then, upload this. It's like,
yeah.
yeah,
So
or at the end of the day, just up. I mean, the Pegasus stuff, you could probably, if you just do it raw, and you can just at the end of the session, just, okay, there's our file. We'll just throw it into YouTube and, upload it while I'm sleeping. you know,
yeah,
and that kind of thing.
yeah. Well, the thing is that I wouldn't want to do like the video upload of like the Pegasus studying like just then. Like, I wouldn't want to do like, oh, okay, Pegasus studying and then try to upload it directly to YouTube like right then and there. That's not gonna happen.
I don't know. Well, I'm saying
That's
at the
but
at
yeah.
9,
Right. Right,
9
right,
or 10 at night,
right,
when you're all done with everything,
right,
open up YouTube, grab that particular file, throw it into the uploader,
right.
you know, give it a give it a nice title or something like that, and then, or whatever, just, throw it into the uploader, you know,
Yeah.
let it upload. Then the next day,
Yeah.
you
That's
can do
that's
all
that's
the
the that's the that's the plan,
here's the title, here's the da, and it's
Exactly.
already go out before you even start, streaming the next day,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So
Well, I mean, just chat and video upload. That's what I'm planning on doing. Just adding the details to the videos.
yeah,
Changing the title because that's all easy. That's all stuff that I can just kind of do. I'm not doing any. You know, yeah, I've already mentioned. In fact, I suck at editing. I don't want to deal with. You know,
yeah, all the
I
heavy editing stuff. Yeah,
I don't want to even consider doing that, but at this moment in time, I'd rather pay someone to do that, even though technically, this channel isn't making any money for me to pay anyone right now. So,
right.
um, so
Sponsors?
Um,
Anybody want to sponsor us? Is there anybody want to sponsor us? We'll hawk your stuff.
um, I mean, they'd want to see,
I know what it is.
the products and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, I think at one point in time, like Stream Elements was like saying, hey, if anybody wants to get in, I was late on it, so I didn't see it in time, but there was like a little notification saying, hey, does anybody want to, shout out, um, what's it called? That they've been famous because everybody was like, promoting their game over and over and over again.
Right.
Shadow Legends or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Whatever.
Whatever.
But um, they that was like the offer, like, hey, would you want to promote them for your stream and stuff like that?
Like, what do I want to promote them for? I want to promote me.
Well, no, no, no.
I
I
want to
mean,
promote another channel.
no, no, no. It's not promoting another channel.
Pr-
It's promoting a
promoting a
product.
game. Oh,
Promoting a game, there, Fred.
okay. Well, give me the game. I'll play it.
Yeah.
You know.
But
You gotta be nice. I mean, I love this. You gotta be nice to some of your. They always go to the big names to play test their games. Give some of us smaller channels a bit of love here too.
I mean,
Send me your game and I'll play it.
Well, okay. Well, be careful with that. Well, I mean, okay. So, in a business standpoint, you want people to be able to see your game as much as possible, right?
Oh yeah.
If you're
But
if you're a brand new game,
Yep.
sending it to a channel that has like one viewer, yeah, no. It's not gonna work. So,
I know.
you know, so
I'm the only person playing this brand new game
yeah, exactly. I
that
mean,
nobody's heard about.
I mean,
That they don't have. I'm the
you
only
could, you,
source of advertising that they're gonna get.
you could try, setting it up to the point where, you can try to advertise it, like, you set up your stream information, like, brand new game, playing
Right.
for the
Oh
first
yeah.
time, blah blah
Yeah.
blah, right?
Well, you do
But
that
I mean,
anyway. But
at the same time, you're not going to be seeing a lot of people going, oh yeah, let's let
let's
me
go
check,
check this out.
let's go check this out. They're not,
Right.
unless they've subscribed to you already, they're not
Yeah.
going to be like knowing who the hell you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
So,
There's
why
a
would
big
why?
difference. There's a big difference between me getting on there and doing a game versus say Markiplier or somebody like that. And
Yeah.
yeah. It's like
So,
who gets more views? I don't know.
exactly. I mean, so we just gotta work on our own content, and
Yep.
that's perfectly fine. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. You
Yep.
know, part of the process. So, some people get lucky, some people don't. You know, so I see a lot of that's one of the things. You have people that have that like 15 minutes of fame, and they're off. They're off to the races.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
so I and some for some people, I wish those 15 minutes of fame made them go, you know,
Yeah. It's like you've had your 15. Now go away, please.
yeah, their 15 minutes are like, oh my God, why are people watching him? Kind of 15 minutes.
Your 15 minutes are up. Go
Um,
away.
but I mean, some people find it entertaining. I don't know.
Exactly. I don't. Yeah,
You know,
and it's like we're
it's like,
are we in the wrong generation? I think we are. Are we in the wrong generation here? Because
well,
it's like,
uh, you
boy,
know,
I'm not finding that funny at all.
yeah.
And it's like, how do you have this many
Well, no,
views?
I mean,
How do you have this many subscribers? Am I in the right generation to be doing this?
I
Because
mean,
I don't get it.
I mean, it's
You know,
well, you know, um, it's not even a matter of
I
being,
think,
it's not even a matter of being funny. It's like,
Yeah.
Um, you know, like for for example, I won't name names, but
Hmm.
there has been a streamer that has been doing some pretty questionable things lately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, you know,
Oh, they love the controversy.
if anything, people would know who I'm talking about. You know,
Yeah.
the,
Well, there's
setting fireworks in their room,
oh, in their
uh,
room. You
in their
there.
room,
Fun.
in their streaming room. Um,
Okay.
they,
Yeah, they want to burn their, those
they, 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 uh,
those
and,
acoustic tiles aren't exactly fireproof.
and then they try to promote a crypto that
Oh God.
was a lot of people were saying was a scam.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Most of it is.
why is this particular person getting a lot of, still getting a lot of views? When, why is this
Exactly.
person, why is this
He's
guy being promoted and stuff like that? And it's like,
yeah. Probably
you
because
know,
he's lighting. Probably because he's lighting his room on fire, and they want to see if he dies.
I
Um.
mean, there's that too. And it's, you know, there are some people that are interested in seeing the misfortune of others.
Oh
So,
yes. Yeah.
um,
Yeah. There's
there.
and like I said, I
I
don't
mean,
understand. Am I the wrong generation or something like that? I
well,
don't
no,
understand. I
I
don't
mean,
understand the
okay,
I don't
so,
understand the
so,
desire. It's like our parents raised us too well to
no, I mean, it, it,
I don't take pleasure. I don't take pleasure in other people's pain
yeah,
unless they're a terrible person and deserve it. Um,
yeah. Well, I
and
mean,
even then, you know,
you see shows
and even
though.
then,
You,
I have limits.
you see shows where it's like, like Jackass, for example,
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly where I was going too.
and it's like,
How is this? How are you on?
I never watched the show. I don't want to watch the show.
Yep.
I don't want to see, they do stupid stuff that
I don't
actually
want to see
harm themselves and others.
or others. Yeah, exactly.
And it's like,
I don't need to see that.
yeah, I didn't want,
I don't need you to see you being stupid and killing yourself like that.
well,
I'd like to have. I'd like to
I
have.
don't think anybody on Jackass died. I don't remember.
Yet.
Well,
Um.
I mean, the show's over, but still,
Yeah. Well,
um,
no, they've got movies out, so yeah, it's
yeah,
like just
still,
more of the same. But it's like yeah, nobody's died yet.
yeah. I
But
mean,
the you know
they still tried to be safe on that, but I mean, let's face it, there was still a lot of injuries on there that were life changing in certain cases.
yeah,
So, and it's like, you see some streamers that are trying to do that, and it's like, why? Why are you,
what
like,
are you doing? They get the views. They get the
yep.
views. It's not, and it's not. No, and here's the thing. It's not per se the streamers that are doing that. That's
Well, some of them are.
well, no, it's not that. It's the fact that they're attracting they can do that and manage to attract an audience.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are you watching this? Is I don't they've been hospitalized way too many times. Yeah, I don't doubt it. And it's not just the only reason that keeps Jackass and all of these other jackasses on Twitch and YouTube and you name it, TV, whatever, all these various places that are getting that kind of audience is because they're getting an audience. It's like, why do you need to see this?
Yeah.
You know, you know,
People still want to watch it, and
my problem
well, I
isn't
mean,
so much of the fact that they're putting that content on the air, the fact that the people are watching it.
well,
I mean,
okay.
I have a
So,
problem with both, but it's like, they won't stay on the air. They won't
well,
stay,
okay. So
the channel won't survive if
here,
they
here's the problem
don't
with
attract the audience. Why do you want
here,
to see that?
here's the problem with some of our mentality. I'm, I'll admit it.
Sorry, it only goes so far.
The it's the mentality of seeing disasters or accidents or
Train
something,
wrecks, you know,
um, people
watch the train.
people slow down to see if, what
Accident
happened,
on the freeway,
on
yeah.
the freeway, kind of thing.
Yep.
Um, the
You
videos
don't
that
you don't really want to see the dead body and the blood all over the road,
well,
but
I
you
mean,
still look. You're still gonna slow down and look at it, right? So
some people still do though. Some people
yeah.
might enjoy.
Somebody actually
Some
want to
people
see
might
that, and
actually enjoy that. I don't know, but
fake
um,
people.
I
But
don't know. But I
yeah,
mean,
uh,
disasters like that.
yeah,
NASCAR with their crashes or Formula
woohoo,
One with their crashes. I
yeah,
mean, it's like, some people, like
yeah. I mean, that's the
you're
most
going
exciting.
around
That's the most
in a circle. It's like,
right.
when are people most excited? When there's a
When
crash.
there's a wreck, yeah, exactly. You
And
know
that's, you know,
when yeah,
f-
what's the most
you know,
especially yeah, especially those oval, especially the oval races, and and
mm,
we're both huge Indy 500 fans, uh,
mm,
and, and so watch that, and yeah, exactly. What's the most exciting part of the race is when somebody wrecks.
yeah.
More
It,
often than
it,
not,
and, and
then right at the
that's the thing. It's, you have that,
when
you have,
somebody wrecks and then right near the end, especially if it's close, if you got two,
yeah,
and particularly if you like either the people that are like the last two or three people, or the people right up in front are really close together.
yeah,
Who's gonna get the who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
yeah,
And if you like any of those people, then you're sitting there excited and rooting for them and whatever. But otherwise, yeah, you're just going around in circles.
yeah.
you know,
So,
it's not quite as interesting. I
um,
mean,
yeah. So
even
it is, like I said, it is what it is. So,
even like Formula One road tracks or stuff. Even the Formula One road tracks, the Grand Prix of Monaco. Okay, great. They're riding through the city and everything like that. What's the most important? What's the most exciting? They're doing a lot more than just running around,
yeah,
constantly making left turns and stuff like that. But it's you
yeah,
know what's the most exciting part about that? Well, whenever if you happen to have a favorite that's getting up there in the ranks, or if somebody wrecks,
yeah.
so
So, I mean, that's the thing. That's a lot of people focus in on that.
yeah,
But
weird
so
human nature.
yeah. So here's the thing. So I want to address this real quick. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what I want to do for the robot stream team. Okay, because I just posted that, spreadsheet of all websites. This goes for Blackheart as well if he's still listening in. So, what I'm going to do, okay, because I heard from one of the members that he would like to have more retweets for his videos that he posted up. So what I'm gonna do,
Makes more of us.
hmm,
That makes two of us.
well, yeah,
Not that I
um,
posted anything lately, but still.
yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of create a little spreadsheet, and then um, I'd like to try to get everybody's information on the team posted on it, so that um, I can maybe try to do um, I can maybe, send it out, like tweet it out like every week or something like that, saying, hey, these are the members on the robot team. Please check them out. You know, here's all the websites. Here's everything that, you know, because it's all, um, I want people to know, you know, uh, what to get, where to go, what to see, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. I
What
want to try.
videos we have,
I want to try to be able
yeah.
to promote that.
Yeah. Well,
To,
we should probably all be following each other or something like that on
yeah,
Twitter, Facebook, or whatever. Yeah.
yeah. I need to get into the habit of doing retweets, especially, like, the, um, I would like to, you know, Crazy said, hey, I would just appreciate some more retweets,
Yeah.
and I need to do that. I need to do
Exactly.
that for them.
You just gotta,
So,
Well,
Um,
and they've got to do that for you, and I mean,
that
that's the real trick here is that if you're for for Blackheart, for you, for anybody else who's listening, anybody, all the I mean, I'm looking at the Discord here and I'm seeing all these names on here, and it's like, okay, well, you're we're somehow managed to be all into this thing, together, and so we should all you know at the very least have each other friended and whatever on Twitch or Facebook or whatever, and start spreading the love around whenever and we all need to when I post something, all of them need to post, need to retweet it. When they do it, I need to retweet it as well as everybody, that kind of stuff. So
I mean,
yeah,
I'll admit, you're not always going to be able to see,
everybody's thing. No, I mean
everybody's thing
the
or
number of
anything like
times I've
this.
the number.
So,
I mean, Facebook is terrible. The number of times that I've seen, the number of times I've seen. I happen. Katie made a friend in kindergarten,
mhm,
and we're still friends with the family, even though the boy is now 20 himself, and has moved, like, I think he's on the East Coast somewhere,
mm,
going to college and stuff like that. But I'm still friends with we're still friends with the family, and the boy's father was recently elected to Ventura City Council,
oh, okay.
and every once in a while he holds these little you know like town home town meeting type things, or little social gathering type things, right?
Mhm,
Usually like a restaurant. Hey, I'm at such and such a restaurant. Come by and we'll talk about stuff.
right.
When do I see it?
Like,
2 days after it's happened.
yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
I would love to sit there and talk with you about whatever is going on,
right,
but or at least hey, like I said, he's a friend.
yeah, right.
We have a friendly chat. If we're not necessarily discussing business or city manners or anything like that, I can at least say hi, how's it going? How's Aaron doing? Yada 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 yada. You
Mhm,
know, and but it's like, when do I see it? 2 days later. Ah, you know.
yeah. Um, but I mean,
So
for for
that's
for
Facebook for you, and so
for like, obviously, retweets for like streaming events and stuff like that. That's
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not gonna expect everybody to be able to do that. Okay.
right. They may not,
I
by the time I realize the fact that you've tweeted that out and got it, I retweeted, it's already over.
right.
Whoops. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
But I mean,
Well, channel.
if a video gets posted, like, hey, you just posted a video,
Right.
on YouTube or something
That
like
gets
that.
retweeted, and it doesn't matter when. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Anybody can see that, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
So, that has a higher potential for traffic. So, you know,
I really wish Twitch would, and I mean that's something that Elon just got taken to task for on Twitter recently, is that these and all of them, Twitch, Twitter, and they're almost a little too exclusive, in the sense that just I just want you to do stuff on my channel.
yeah.
Yeah, but I would
Yeah.
love to be able to. I mean, if I could, and I could understand you don't necessarily want us to say live stream simultaneously, especially as I can get away with it if I had the right program, because I'm not, I don't have your status. You managed to get you managed to get to a high enough status where they close that out, but I've got, but I can understand that they don't want you simultaneously broadcasting your Twitch stream to YouTube, to I just lost some of the other ones, but all the other video channels that are out there.
But here's the
But
thing. Here's
could you
here's
at least allow me to live stream to Twitter? Could you at least allow me to maybe live stream to Facebook?
well, here's what kind of
That's not exactly direct competitor. Couldn't you allow me to do that?
well, here's the thing. here's what's here's a little,
Like,
and the thing with that is the fact that um they're not seeing the potential for competition when they limit people like that. Okay, or when I'm being
yeah,
limited by who I can stream to, they're um you know one of
pull people in.
well so here's the thing.
It still counts as
You
views.
know uh, when you have things like streaming services, videos, and so on and so forth, obviously what you want to do is you want to have more eyes on the content. Okay,
Like,
if you have more eyes on the content, then you have the potential for more people to kind of go in, to spread the word, and so on and so forth, right? Um,
they might actually come onto Twitch and watch, rather than
right.
stay
So
on whatever platform they discovered me on.
so like um, so the thing is that hey, open up, the affiliate and partner to stream wherever, you know, and then try to make it an incentive to bring people in, you know, like, you know, give more benefits for people that are here, that are subscribing, that are, give more benefits to the viewers, kind of thing.
Yeah,
That way you bring people, you bring more people in to the
benefits
platform,
here.
and you are essentially making more money. You have more people on the ads, you have more people purchasing the subscriptions or whatnot, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
So, they're not thinking along those lines,
no,
because, uh, so
not diversifying across all of the platforms that they could have, and
well the thing is
yeah,
is that they're, in some ways they're kind of afraid because
yeah.
um,
Well,
you
they're
know,
all afraid of the competition,
right.
and but it's like,
They're afraid that the other the other platform is going to get, more people going in there and,
yeah,
staying there. There's
yeah,
no, they don't see any kind of incentive or anything along those lines. But I
yeah,
mean, they could go to the affiliate and say, "Hey, um, you know, with every new member that you bring in, you know, for like every new account that gets like, hey, put it put, we'll put a um like a join Twitch button on your channel for being affiliate, and for everyone that you generate, then, for every new person that you bring in to Twitch, then hey, you get a little bit of extra benefit because it's helping us too.
yeah,
That kind of thing. That, you know,
possibly something. Yeah,
you know, so, but they're not doing that. They're not, it's like,
it's.
so,
I mean, well, I mean, part, you know, YouTube makes most of its money strictly on, strictly by these ads and everything like that. The ads that it sells, and then there's views. So it's
well, they're
so
they're expanding out to other things like TV shows and movies and
well,
stuff like
yeah. I
that to
mean,
try to make some
whatever,
more
but
money, but
right, exactly. But and that's because they have the means. But it's like, well, I mean, the
well,
only
that,
reason they're
you
able to
know,
do it is,
well, I mean, they weren't making money before. That's the reason why Google bought them
yeah,
out.
right.
But
Well,
there's,
and to
but
some degree they still aren't, but it's the whatever money that they are bringing in is all through ads, and that's all through views and everything like that. But it's like, okay, so
right.
well, and I mean, it's like I'm trying to solve the problems of the world, and I'm it's way above my pay grade, and it's not even. It's like, okay, I'm trying to solve how these people, and not like they're gonna listen to me, but it's like,
Well, I mean,
is there anybody on Twitch that be bothered to listen to this that would actually, and quite, and the thing is that, okay, I'm not an advertising person.
mhm,
I can't sell a heater to an Eskimo. Um and and I'm not a businessman. I'm a history person.
right.
Um so I knew, I know a little about, I knew a little about a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's like, okay, so I know that these places, all of them, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, you name it, they all derive from the advertising dollars that they can, all the ads that they place on their platforms. That's the way they make their money. The people that view the ads, the people that click on the ads, you know, they get, it's effectively, they get a kickback from the company. Here, I'm going to advertise, I'm going to pay you to advertise on your platform, and then when people click in there, I'm going to give you a little bit of a bonus,
Yep.
that kind of stuff. So then that's fine.
Yeah.
The real trick there is for some genius out there to figure out, okay, how do I have a how do we have a Twitch channel that we can broadcast onto, say, Twitter, okay, and somehow generate our money off of Twitter, um, by people viewing, so and so's channel.
No
It's
worries,
like, how do we
Blackheart.
get,
I'll see you later,
yeah.
man. Well, I'll see about trying to join you.
Oh my goodness.
I just want to finish off what I have. So
Blackheart's, yeah, I'm gonna have to go too.
yeah,
Blackheart's starting his stream at 10. Wow, all right.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's super hot for him right at this moment in time. So it's
Yeah,
um he does it when it's
when it's
cool.
when it's cool out there, yeah.
Yeah. So
Summer there, yeah, exactly.
cool-ish.
Cooler, yes.
So
Yeah, we both live in the desert. We know how that is.
yeah.
Although, he's a bit tropical.
I'll try to
Yeah,
be joining you on World of Warships soon. I just want to
yeah, we
figure
gotta
out.
get off.
I want to figure out what I want to do for the other days here.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Yeah, we've been talking too much.
Yeah. Well, we've been going off on tangents.
Yeah.
It's um, you know,
Well, what other games you got?
oh, I got tons.
Yeah,
I got tons that I haven't played yet, and um,
name
y-
three.
well, I know that I have Dragon Age that I need to complete. I know that
How about
I know that I
Monday?
tried to start that.
Monday.
So Monday Dragon Age, yeah.
Might as well. Let's just pick your top three. They haven't done yet.
So uh, I'm wondering if I should move World of Warships on Wednesday to like maybe Thursday or something like that. But I do like the whole, World of Warships, Wednesday Warships I like to call it. So
That sounds good. Move.
yeah,
Well, why
but
don't you move your why don't you move your Friday one up to Thursday then?
because the Friday is meant to be the weekend. The weekend only starts on on the Friday, so and
Okay.
that's when the naval battles are
Oh, I see.
triggered. So
I see. I see. I see.
so
Okay.
so it either had to be Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
All
So
right.
um
Well, all right.
so okay, so let's see. Um
What other game have you got?
okay, let
What's
me
next?
so I have the Dragon Age Origins that I need to essentially start over because I mean I started trying to do that like at um um before before my last job, or before Ravature picked me up and stuff like that, but
All right.
I had to kind of pause it for
All
then.
right.
But it is a story-based game. It's a long one, so it will eventually finish.
It's fine. Then you just pick
Um,
up and then you just put another one in a slot.
yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah. What's another
Um,
one?
Another one that I've been wanting to do ever since I've got it, and I would like to start it back up. Or I would like to play it again because it's kind of like a nostalgic
Right.
which is Final Fantasy VII.
Ooh. Okay. The remake.
The original.
Ooh.
I don't have the remake yet.
You don't have the remake.
I don't.
The old.
All right.
Do you have that? They have that on your PC?
The remake? No, not yet.
No, 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 no. You have the old PS1 on your
Well, I have the
version on your PC
I have the um, Final Fantasy VII original saved on the or I have it bought on Steam. So
for the PC.
for the PC, yes.
Cool.
So
So the original
um
PS1 Final Fantasy. Cool.
so
That's a nice long one too.
oh yeah.
I've never completed that. I never got past it. I never went past the first disc.
Hmm.
You know, I played up. I played up to. I played all of the first disc, and and then just somehow just never had the time to. Because I kind of played sporadically at that, but I just never had time. I never put the second disc in there and really went into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Uh,
put original. I put in the original. I put like PS1 version or something like that. Yeah.
well, I mean,
Okay.
I I, I don't want to put like the PS1 in because I don't want to give the impression that I'm going to be um like emulating a PS1. I have
Right.
the game on Steam, so
Right.
so
Right.
I don't want to give the
Oh,
impression that, I'm going to be like pulling out my PS1, putting it on the, and playing that now.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
while I do have the game somewhere, I don't have the console. So, or at least
I've still got both. I don't know how to
if I do
work them.
if I do have the console, it's not working anymore. So,
Yeah.
um,
Okay. So what's
so
Thursday?
I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure
What
what I
else you got?
want to. I'm not quite sure what I want to do on
Oh, what's
Thursday.
next on the list?
Could do Subnautica Below
Oh, you're streaming
Zero.
next part.
Haven't haven't started. My old PC couldn't do Below Zero for streaming, so I could do that. Um,
Oh,
s
the Subnautica Below Zero.
yeah,
Oh, well, if you haven't played it, I would do things you haven't played yet.
yeah.
So what's is that when you haven't done that one yet? So
I haven't
that's
played it at all. I've been kind of
okay.
say, for one, I was trying to save it for, when I actually had a better PC. Um, and two, I haven't played it offline because, again, I kind of wanted to, you know, I did like, uh, I played Subnautica off stream, but I did stream it one time for hardcore. That's on my YouTube channel. Um, and it got really intense on, I was
Good.
like, um, you know hardcore, you know
Oh
what.
yeah.
But what I did at the very end was I took it upon myself to take scans of all the Leviathans, and I mean
Oh
all of them.
God. On
Yeah,
hardcore? Are you
on
crazy?
that's what I did.
Jesus.
But that was the thing,
Was that
I
after they added the ghost to it?
yeah, I mean, uh,
Oh,
Sea Dragon, Reaper, um,
the
the
ghost
Ghost,
Reaper?
the
Oh,
um, the child and the adult. So
yeah.
I
Yeah, I've
I
not
I did
actually
I
got.
did scans for all of them. So
I'm not encountered. I mean, I did that. I did that. I did my stream of Subnautica for a while, and yeah, I'll probably get back to it again now that they've done their little updates. Because boy, that looks interesting.
yeah.
I just when do I have time to stream anymore?
Uh,
Um,
the other
but
thing that I could
it's
probably do
just
is maybe do something like maybe a multiplayer game or something like that.
oh,
Um,
not on Thursday.
on
Well, not with
Thursday.
me.
Well, no, yeah,
Not with me. So, but
but
yeah, I've not run into that ghost Leviathan yet. So yeah,
you didn't go to the
it's
Crater's Edge.
Mm,
That's where they are. The adult ghost leviathans are on the crater edge or in the
I don't.
crater. So if you go to the crater, you'll find them.
I have not. I've not found them yet. Will you get off of there, you dumb cat? Yeah, I don't care. You don't belong on my desk. What?
That cat meow was right in the microphone
Right
there.
on the mic. I know. She's standing on it. She was standing right above it. She hopped onto my desk right on top of it.
um,
So I broke my stand, so it's just kind of lying on my desk,
mm,
So
um,
she was standing right above. She was standing right over the top of the mic when and wanting attention and protesting the fact that I was taking her off of the desk because she's not allowed on a desk because there's stuff
uh,
I don't, bad enough I got fur floating around the air in the first place. I don't need it shed directly into my computer. Thank you. So
um,
I got to go here.
okay, man.
So
I'll catch you later. You have yourself
okay,
a good night.
I'll help you
Uh,
figure out what you wanted to do with your Thursday, but yeah.
yeah, no, I understand.
All right.
You take care of yourself. I'll catch you
Yep.
later.
Yep. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Let me find it. Let me find the damn channel. Disconnect.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn off my headset audio real quick and turn on some music so that I can um, see. There we go. I don't want it blaring in my ears or anything like that. I just want it to keep my headset active. I need to have some kind of audio in my headset, otherwise it turns off. So, and no, I will not be playing it because if I do upload this to YouTube, I don't want to be, hit with copyright strikes or anything along those lines. So, or copyright claims. So, um, okay, so, um, So, yeah, pretty much everything has been covered for the most part as to, what I want to do. I just don't, I do want to work on the Thursday. What do I want to do on Thursday? Now, um, everybody's going to be like, or this is going to be a tough schedule as it is anyway. Here, let me turn on some light. Or do I have? No, I don't think I have a little lamp plugged in, so can't really do anything there. Oh well. I'm gonna have to like give myself like one of those ring lights or something like that, something that just kind of floods the room. I mean, that light is okay, but obviously it does more backlighting, and that doesn't necessarily help. Now, thankfully, the screen is bright enough so you can kind of see me, but obviously it's fairly grainy and like so. That's not fantastic, but oh well. I'll just have to look to see how much I have, how much it will cost. So I got a lot of things to do there, folks. But we'll see what I can do. Okay, so what am I gonna do for Thursday night? Um, so Wednesday and Friday night's gonna are covered with World of Warships. I'm going to be doing more, for the helping out the team initially, on Wednesday, trying to get to the naval battles, and then Friday for the actual naval battle itself. That's the plan for that. Um, I want to get the clan some extra benefits there. I've been wanting to do a little bit more on Warframe, just trying to get every, it feels like they're putting out more content than I'm able to catch up with. And I remember when I was doing 2 days of streaming Warframe, I was able to kind of catch up on a lot of things. So that's the reason why I want to try to do 2 days of Warframe. Um, do I want to do Saturday and Sunday? Not sure. Probably, maybe. Um, Dragon Age was one that was voted upon um, long time ago, but again, I had to cut it down for the for work. So we're gonna get we're gonna go back into that. We're gonna start it back up and play it again and start that up. Final Fantasy VII. That's I don't know how long Dragon Age is. It's an RPG, so it's gonna probably take a long time for that. Um, and Final Fantasy VII, I know was gonna take a long time as well. Especially if I want to try getting things such as Knights of the Round. Um, Knights of the Round is, pretty much a, game changer. It will, make things super easy for me, for late game. Um, not to say that you need it for the final boss, um, but it definitely makes pretty quick work of the final boss. Yes, I have played it before. I have beaten the game before, so I know that I remember a lot of that game. Um, and um, maybe after I get done with the original, I'll see about trying to get the remake purchased on the PC. So I'll do that right afterwards. It's possible. We'll see. But what am I gonna do for Thursday night? Um, hmm, what am I gonna do? Um, I think at some point in time I should probably just do like a just chatting video upload, and during the just chatting video upload, I should probably make a list of all the games that I own, like all the games that I have on Steam, and like put that list out there for anybody that's interested, so everything that I have. Um, Even the games that are kind of you buy. That are like, okay, that's. But hey, I'm a guy. Um, or I'm a human being, I should say. Everybody has needs. So, um, yeah, we won't go any further than that. Okay. But yeah, I think I'll go ahead and maybe post that like create like a Google document of my list, and if anybody's like kind of like, hey Jim, can you play this game? You can kind of look on that my list, and if it's on there, I'll play it. Um, or I'll play it eventually anyway. Now, some of the games obviously I've already played before, so I'm probably not gonna replay it again, or at least probably not. Um, but in some ways, I'm thinking maybe there's a part of my mind that's thinking maybe I should do some like maybe party game or something like that, or some game that involves like you know like well, I mean, Warframe is 4 people. World of Warships is 3 people. So I mean that's already kind of like multiplayers anyway. And you know I often try to invite people in to play those games. Um, but maybe I should try some other kind of games or something like that. I don't know. Hmm. Some games I don't have, and I may eventually purchase at some point in time. Um, there are some games that it would be interesting to try to play um, because they're more like logic based. Like there's one website that I like to kind of go to um, called Conceptus Puzzles. Um, and I like to play their little logic kind of games. Um, but obviously that's not going to be like super thrilling or anything along those lines. But it's I like to play those kind of logic puzzles. Um, I tend to play them every once a week anyway. Um, Another thing that well, I mean, I don't know. Um Another game that I've seen you know some I mean no, okay, it's very rare to see someone play Minesweeper, for example. I know how to play the game, and well, I was decent at it. Shaky hand can kind of slow me down a little bit, but um I mean there are some games that are around Minesweeper, that are kind of associated with Minesweeper, so maybe I can try to do, um, maybe I can try to um, do something like that. But I don't like. I know that there's like a game out there that kind of based itself off of Minesweeper and kind of tried to expand upon it. I have it saved on my wish list, and I will eventually purchase it, but I haven't done that yet, so um, but I'm not quite sure if I want to maybe stream that or not. Um, let's see. Okay, so I have 2 games that are super long in in duration. Dragon Age and Final Fantasy. Those are gonna take a while to play through and finish. Maybe I should maybe I should pick some games that are fairly quick to finish for the most part. Hmm. That doesn't have like a extended um, gameplay life. Hmm. I mean, Subnautica Below Zero. Like I said, I haven't played that yet. I don't suspect that I'm gonna be playing. Well, I mean, I'm sure that I'm probably gonna be playing that for probably a good couple months. for Dragon Age and Final Fantasy VII, that might take a year for me playing it once a week. Um, but some like Below Zero might not take too long, and I still want to try to see what the main storyline is for that. I haven't heard too much about it though. At least I haven't heard. Well, okay. One of the things that kind of worries me about it is the fact that they made a lot of changes to that game during their process. They did a lot of story rewrites and like for that game. To the point where I think I saw a um, at one particular point in time a from what I understand a particular name from Subnautica 1 somehow manages to make it to Subnautica 2. Um, I you know if that remained in Subnautica Below Zero, then I'm gonna need to figure out, and I'm gonna need to find out how. Because um, you know, prior, like, okay, so if anybody knows Subnautica, or if you haven't played Subnautica, or if you don't know about Subnautica, like I said, you can go to my YouTube channel and check out the hardcore version that I did over there. Although um, I didn't really I didn't really follow the storyline too much on there because I was kind of doing my own thing. Um, but there were still story elements there. But you know, it was implied that everybody, everybody besides yourself, the main character, died. Whether it was from um, the virus or other means or other things kill a person off. You know, like the Reaper Leviathan, for example. You know, um, so to hear a particular name potentially pop out for Subnautica Below Zero makes me wonder how. So I may just do that. I may just, get. I may. You know what? Hell, let's do it. We'll do that for Thursday night. So Subnautica Below Zero. There we go. So that's gonna be Thursday nights. We're gonna go ahead and start that out. Okay. Um. So I know that it's gonna be late at night for these gaming sessions. Um. But um. But I want to try to I want to be able to get through those. So um, you know I'm so I want to be I want to be able to do the studying. You know or okay. So to 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 be to make sure that everything's kind of like so everybody's that's watching, you understand what my mentality is. So during the morning hours, you know, by the time I wake up to 2 p.m., I'm gonna be trying to find myself a job. Okay, or potentially I'm gonna be getting job offers from my other company. I don't know. We'll see. Or from Reviture. Okay. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. Um, so I plan on trying to handle that during the morning hours. Okay. Sending off resumes, contacting other businesses, trying to see what I can do about trying to, get back out there on the market. Then I start to stream from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Do the Pega study and coding. Okay. Mainly it's going to be the Pega studying, but I mean, when the studying is done, when I do pass my certification, do I continue with the studying? Do I go with the senior line and try to pass that, or do I change it into like, coding something else? I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Um, I would like to eventually get back to building GGG, get that out there. Um, Maybe open it up for other programmers to join me. Um, Obviously, I can't pay anyone for their work. I don't have any kind of income to pay people now, but I mean, the idea is that, you know, um, whatever product we send out there, then, you know, we use the money that we get to like make the next and make the next and make the next, that kind of thing. And maybe, make a profit out of it. That's the idea. That's how a game company can be. Unless you are lucky and have that one big hit or something like that, um, you know, um, get people's eyes on your game to the point where it's loved by millions or something like that, and have you know, um, a large amount of income that way. Sure, but I mean, let's face it, there's a lot of content out there already. So, um, more and more people are making more and more things. So, you know, uh, once again, I'll be like a voice in a sea. So, we'll see what we can do on that. But that's from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Then after that, I'm gonna stop recording and I'm just gonna do like a little just chatting and stuff like that. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna be trying to upload all my backlog of YouTube videos, up on the channel. Okay. Um, Maybe I'll eat some lunch during it or something along those lines while I'm doing that. I don't know. I would love for people to come on in and chat with me, you know, during that time. Um, Even if it's just a matter of like, hey, how you doing? That kind of thing. Um, but obviously, you know, we'll see. Um, I'll probably go ahead and play some music during that time. But obviously, I have to kind of cut that off by the time I go into the gaming. I'm not going to be recording it anyway, so oh wait, hold on. Um, I gotta be careful with that. I need to figure out the way to do. Um, I have to look into how to do the audio that won't be saved into, say, like a VOD or or in a clip or something like that. You got to be careful with copyright strikes even here on Twitch. Um, so I gotta be careful with that too. Maybe I'll just won't play music at all. I don't know. it's just one of those hassles, man. One of those hassles. Um, and then I'll go into the gaming side of things. Play a game. And obviously, that list of Dragon Age, Final Fantasy VII, World of Warships, Subnautica, Below Zero, World of Warships, Warframe, and Warframe. That's the lineup that I'm doing right now for that. So, um, if anybody wants to, I'll be having my Discord open for anybody that wants to join me for the Pega studying. If you want to, you want to come on in and chat with me during that Pega studying and whatnot, then let me know. Or you're welcome to join as long as you are okay with, let's not do anything that will give me in trouble with the TOS. So, um, but yeah, so, um, now one thing that I need to clear up with my brother is, let's see, um, um, all right. Oh, so here, let me. That didn't really help. Oh well. Well, I mean, it did in the sense that it's not showing that across my face, but um, but we'll see about maybe setting up a collab with my brother every other Wednesday, and we'll try to do the Portal 2 raft, and we'll try to do both of those. And then after that, we'll move on to you know we may play some Civ 5, Stardew Valley, or Minecraft or something like that. Depends on what we're interested in. I know my brother's super into Minecraft, um, but I've played so much of it that I've kind of burned myself out on it. Um, so who knows? We'll see. But I think that's going to be it in terms of plans. You know, and if anybody's still listening to me and watching me, do you feel like this is a good plan? Do you think this is a good thumbs up, thumbs down? You know, anything in particular? Do you feel like there's something that I might be missing? Um, you know, um, I would like to, so one thing that I need to talk with my brother a little bit about um, is the Wednesday during the day. I would like to try to keep to like a stable schedule, so I don't like, throw people off every other Wednesday. But that will have to depend on whether or not he'd be willing to do like an early morning collab, or not early morning, like maybe do a like a you know 10 to 2 collab or something. I don't know. I'll check with him on it. So Like I said, this is plans. Not to say that it's. Oh wait, but I gotta be careful with the 10 to 2 too. Well, I can always try to work around it if anything. Hmm. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Um, I may just do not do a Pega studying or just chatting on Wednesday. Who knows? I mean, it's every other week, so it's not like I'm doing it every Wednesday or something like that. So it's not like um if I skip out on one Pega studying and just chatting, portions, I'm gonna be um shooting myself in the foot or something like that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, okay, so that's gonna be it for that. Um, Now, one thing that I did not do is I did not check to see whether or not World of Warships has been updated yet or not. Okay, there is a slight update on it. Okay. Because I would like to kind of join Blackheart for some of his for working on some World of Warships, seeing that it is Wednesday. Um, So yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and take care of that. We're gonna go and switch on over to that. So um, so I'll leave all that. Okay, let's see. Let me close some things down that I don't really need. Hmm, okay. Um, okay, I'll go ahead and close that down. Okay. Now, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and join Blackheart real quick. Or actually, hold on. Let me do my little World of Warships intro here. Let me go ahead and change my stream info over to World of Warships here. So one second. Let me take care of that real quick. Okay. Mm, It's been a while since I've touched World of Warships. It's been, like I said, it's been kind of rough lately, so. World of Warships. Um, oh, I forgot to save that, didn't I? I did. God damn it. I really wish there was you know, one of the things that I really wish that was possible for OBS is like if I change a scene or if I change, there's different scenes, to kind of explain this here a little bit. There's scene collections that you can add to, that you can create, okay? And each one of those scene collections can be um, Oh, here, let me go ahead and remove that. Don't. I mean, we're changing over to World of Warships anyway. But I didn't have it. I didn't create like a scene collection just for World of Warships, for example, right? Um, but the um, or I didn't create a scene collection for just chatting. Okay. Um, the point is that um, what I really wish was possible for OBS is that whenever you switch over to a scene collection, the stream information saves. Like it saves the version for that particular scene collection. So if you switch, like for example, what I did was, switch from Warframe to World of Warships. If I switch it, you know, the title, the go live notification, category, that gets changed over to that particular scene collection. So that um, so when I switch to scene collection, obviously there might be some tweaks that I might want to do in the stream information. So like if I want to um, change the title in some fashion or another, I can. Um, but it won't, I don't necessarily need to change much. The category would be the same. The go live notification would be, similar. I can modify the stream information according to the scene collection, but it doesn't do that. And I really wish it did. Um, so now, um, I mean, I'm already live, so the go live notification doesn't really matter that much anymore. Um, but um, let's see. And, um, well, you know what? I'll worry about that a little bit later. Let's go ahead and change the category to World of Warships. Let's go ahead and add. I saved the tags. you know, I saved the tags that I wanted to save. So I'm gonna add those tags back in. But I forgot to save my I forgot to save my go live notification. So that's why I really wish I had um, the stream information saved with everything there. So okay, that should be good there. So let's see. Let me go ahead and switch on over to live. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording here real quick, and then I'm gonna start it right back up again so I can do a little bit of a YouTube intro. So